Hi guys, welcome to the Zendure Superbase V Livestream. I'm Jai, I'm going to be your host. Let's see if anybody's joining us here. Sharfar Made, welcome. Good to see you. So today we're going to be talking about the Superbase V, introducing some of the key features, going through the specs, and also talking about the coupon on Kickstarter. So we're gonna give it a minute or two and see who joins us. Sharfar Made, where are you from? So hopefully we have some other people joining us here. We're gonna have the Zendure team will join us. We're gonna have the CEO, Brian, will be in the moderator group. And then we're also gonna be having members of our engineering team and our product team. So feel free to drop questions in the comments and we'll make sure to get those answered for you. All right, cool, Smart Tinny, welcome. Sharfar Made, Homewood, Illinois. Okay, I'm from Illinois as well, that's awesome. Great to have you. Okay, all right, we got some other people joining as well. All right. All right, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments before we get started here. All right, Wayne Boucher, you've been waiting for this. All right, well, any questions you have, drop them in the comments. A fellow Illinoisian or Illinoisan, I'm not sure, but yes, awesome. All right, if you guys want to drop in the comments where you heard about or found out about Superbase V, let me know so we can continue advertising and pushing our messaging out there. All right. All right, on Facebook, excellent. So while we have a minute here, if you guys aren't following us yet in the Facebook group, I want to make sure you join the Superbase V fan club on Facebook and also follow Zendure Official on Instagram, and then make sure to be subscribed to the Zendure YouTube as well. All right. Steven is asking if we can charge, right into the questions. All right, excellent. Can we charge AC and run AC loads at the same time? Yes, you can. Let's see. All right, excellent. Alfred Hatch had seen our videos on YouTube. That's great. Okay, so we'll give it another minute here and then we'll start talking about some of the key features, benefits of the Superbase V, and we'll continue to answer questions throughout. Okay, I don't see any questions or comments in the Facebook group. We got to get our Facebook fans going here. Get some questions and comments. Do we have a competitive comparison with Bluetti? We're gonna have some of our moderators, hopefully our moderators can answer some of those questions. We are actively having some of our influencers and reviewers, they're gonna be putting the Superbase V through its paces in the next week or so, and we'll have some reviews out with comparisons against the competition. Okay, so let's get into this. So Superbase V, what is it? It is the industry's first semi-solid state battery for home power stations. So we have two types of battery options for the Superbase V. We have the semi-solid state version, which is this one that you see here. This is the V6400. It is 3,800 watts. And we also have another version that is the LFP, which is the lithium iron phosphate version, more traditional battery. And that one is a 4.6 kilowatt hour capacity. So that one, they both have the same form factor, but we have two different capacities, two different types of models for Superbase V. Okay, oh, another good question here. What's the max solar panel charging input? So we're gonna have our, yes, 3,000 watts is the answer to that one on the input for solar. Okay, Sharfar made. His Facebook isn't showing live yet after a refresh. Okay, we'll have our team look into that. Thank you so much. Okay. So, oh, you heard about us from Hobotech. That's great. Yes, Hobotech's going to be doing another review for us in the coming weeks. So we're super excited to have that come out, and really, he does a great job of really testing the product and giving a great unbiased opinion. So super excited about that. So just quick on our agenda, what we're going to go through tonight or today, depending on where you guys are around the world here. All right, it looks like we have some folks in the Facebook live stream now. But as far as our agenda, we're going to talk about the key features, the specs, why to buy this product, what's different about this product versus some of the competitors. And then we're going to talk about the Kickstarter, which is going to start on next Thursday on September 29th. We're going to go live. I believe it's 9 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to start selling this product. And up until that time, we're going to be having a early bird coupon. So we're going to talk about that coupon, how you can save some money if you're planning on buying the Superbase V. Up until that Thursday, it's going to be a great time to get a discount on Superbase V. Okay. Are batteries swappable between two versions? I do not believe so, but we'll have our engineering team answer that in the comments. Okay. So let's talk about the Superbase V that we have right here. This is our V6400. So it has a 3,800 watt capacity. It's got a 6.4 kilowatt hour capacity on it as well. And it's got all sorts of different inputs on it in the front. So we'll kind of go over what those inputs are and also what the display is here as well. So the display here has the input over here on the left, and it'll show what is, how it's being charged, what the wattage is that's coming in through the back. So it has an AC input as well as DC inputs, so it can be charging the battery through both of those ports, and it can get a maximum battery charge of 6.6 kilowatt hours in 1 hour. So it's an insane amount of power charging in 1 hour. I believe it's industry leading in that way. So it's a dual charging input on the back. So you can be charging with AC, you can be charging with DC as well. So that means you can be charging from the power grid, and you can also be charging from your solar panels or from your portable solar panels at the same time. So that's a really unique feature of this product. And then on the other side here, you're going to see the outputs. So that's basically what's going to be coming out here. So you're going to be having the USB-A, there's 2 USB-A ports, 4 USB-C ports, different levels of PD on there. And then this is where, this is kind of my favorite part of the product. I've been using this for about a week, is that you've got your traditional AC right here. So you can charge and power all your different devices here with a standard plug with this machine, which is great. And then on this right here, you also have 240 volt. So on the same machine, you can be charging or powering your standard devices, but you can also do some of your heavy appliances. So this port right here is for things like a washer dryer, a really large refrigerator, could be some like AC units, things like that. You know, if the power goes out, you know, and the mood strikes you, it can power a jacuzzi even with that 240 volt right there. And then this one right here is our is for RVs. So that's a 30 amp for RVs right there, which is a great feature, all on the same unit. Over here on the side also has some inputs, and this is car charger port as well. Okay, so I'm gonna check on some of these questions that we have over here. Okay. The Superbase V does work by itself without a battery. Yes. So this one right here, the main unit of Superbase V does have a battery that is 3,800 watts. And so if you want to just have the Superbase V, the main unit right here, there's two different versions, as I said. And it's great for outdoors, just plug and play with just the battery unit. And then if you want to do things that are bigger, so outdoors or even a small home, you can do the Superbase V and the first expansion unit. And so basically what that will do is this will give you the 6.4 kilowatt hours of capacity, and then you add on additional expansion units and it will be a matching capacity. So this will be another 6.4 kilowatt hours right here. You can go up to 4 expansion batteries at a time. We do not recommend that you don't stack more than one on the main unit. So once you start to get more expansion batteries, you start to stack them on top of each other. And so that'll be up to 4 high of the expansion batteries. And one of the really great things with these expansion batteries is that unlike some of our competitors that will have 1 or 2 cables that you need to daisy chain each expansion battery to work as a system, our batteries will only have 1 cable on it to connect from the topmost battery, expansion battery, to the Superbase V main unit. So it makes it really, really clean, really modular to be able to have that working that way. Okay, let's see. I'm going to check on some more questions here. Yes, is the handle motorized? So the handle is an interesting feature. So I'll pull it out here a little bit here. It comes out and angles up, and so you can drag it around that way. And it just clicks right back in there. The handle itself is not motorized. The wheels are motorized, and the wheels will have an assist for you. And so when you are pulling this around, the Superbase V realizes that you're moving it, and the wheels will give you a little bit of a boost. And that is, it also works on an incline. So I've taken this around to several events and gone up and down several different ramps, and you can really feel the unit giving you an assist, and it makes it really, really easy to move around when you need to, which is great. Okay, let's look at some other questions here. What's the biggest capacity we can go? Okay, I like this question. Cool, Smartini. So the biggest capacity, if you're gonna look for whole home, total green power independence, you're gonna look to get 2 of these Superbase V main units, 8 of these expansion batteries. Then you're gonna have, you could have the smart home panel as well as EV chargers running off of that. And you can get up to 64 kilowatt hours of capacity for your home. So that, just to put that in perspective, the average home is gonna be using about 30 kilowatt hours per day. So you've got up to a little over 2 days of power without having to receive anything from solar or from the grid, just stored in these batteries. So it is a great system, can get you through blackouts, emergencies, and just it's just a great system to have if you have electric vehicles or things that you don't want to go offline in an emergency, such as healthcare equipment, things of that nature. Okay, Sharfar made motorized wheels, awesome. Yep, I agree. Okay, let's see. So other things about the unit here. We talked about the expandable capacity. This is a great product just to be able to have in your home. As we talked about with all of the different units together, but you don't necessarily need all those units. It kind of depends on what your energy situation is, what you're looking to do. So I'll kind of talk through the different applications of this product. So like I mentioned before, the SBV by itself is great for plug and play outdoors. So you can just use that, take it where you need to, and you can run a lot of standard devices off of that, which is great. And then if you want to start to power a small home, you're looking at this setup that we have here, where we have the SBV and a satellite battery. And then another kind of situation that this product is great for is RVs, van life, that sort of off-grid mentality. And we recommend going with 3 satellite batteries only. So most of the competition is going to be doing, you always have to have the main unit. With Superbase V, especially for RVs, for van life, we're going to be recommending that you just use the satellites, right? So these are great. They have DC inputs for charging via solar, and then they also have carport as well. So these will stack together, and as I mentioned, they had 6.4 kilowatt hours of capacity. So you can stack up to 3 of those to go to, I believe, 19.2 kilowatt hours of capacity, which is more than enough for the daily use of a large RV or a van. So we love that kind of configuration. And then you get into configurations with for a home that has electric vehicles. So that would be where you would for sure have this main unit. Then you're going to have multiple satellite batteries, up to 4. Kind of depends on how much you're charging and your power reliance, but up to 4 of these satellite batteries as well. And then you're going to have the EV charger. So let me pull that up as well. So this here is our EV charger that will hook into our home panel. So pretty standard look to it, and just plugs right into your electric vehicle. And then the other side is going to be plugged into, sorry, here, got caught. The other side is going to be plugged into this home panel here, which I wanted to show you guys the size of it. It's not too big, not too heavy, easily mountable in a garage. And it's got that modern look, the same as our Superbase V. So this is a really nice unit as well. Let me see if I can open the EV outlets. So the outlets are right here. So you can plug what I just showed you, the EV charger in here, and then you can power or charge your car. And so what's really nice about Superbase V is that with the home system, you can charge 2 EVs at once. So most home power stations can't charge an EV at all, and the ones that can charge 1. And our Superbase V home solution can charge two EVs at the same time, which is great. Okay, I'm gonna check on some questions here. How loud is the fan? Okay, can you demo? We'll give that a try here. Okay, asking about shipping. It's heavy to ship. Future plans to ship to Australia. Yes, so 34 media. Yes, there are different versions of this product. So there is a US version, which we're showing here. There's a UK version, an EU version, and then also an Australia version. So for sure, it will be available in Australia. If you join the Superbase V fan club on Facebook, there is a price list. And in that price list, it also has all the countries that we'll be shipping to, as well as the shipping rates on there. And then it also has the price of the units, and we'll show you with tax included. Okay. How is delivery time of SBV going to be on schedule this time? So delivery time should be on schedule. The Zendure team is partnered with new manufacturers, and the CEO is very confident that we're going to be delivering on schedule. So if you want to see the manufacturing process, there's a video on the Facebook group, which does a great job of showing the new manufacturing partner, as well as the entire process of manufacturing in mass, which is underway right now. So encourage you guys to check out that video. It's a great one, and you can see Brian talk about the product right from the factory line. Okay. Let's see. Looking for some other comments here. Okay, if you guys have any other questions, hit us with some good questions here. I want to talk about the coupon. So the Kickstarter coupon. So right now, we have an opportunity from now, this is Friday, September 23rd, up until September 29th, when the product goes live on Kickstarter. We have a coupon available. If you can go to Zendure.com and look at the Superbase V, and you click on Learn More, and it'll show you a coupon that you can purchase. And so the coupon is a prepay. So you'll prepay between now and Thursday $100, and that will get you $500 in a rebate once the Kickstarter campaign is over. And so the Kickstarter campaign is going to be going for, I believe, 53 days, something like that. And so once we hit our goal, you'll get your $500 rebate. So basically what happens is you prepay that $100, and it unlocks access for the super early bird pricing. So if you go on the Facebook group, you'll see the pricing, but let me just talk through some of the pricing here as well. Let me bring it out here. So Superbase V, the main unit, this V6400, its MSRP is going to be $6,999. Super early bird price is $37.99. So that's a great early bird price on Kickstarter. And if you get the coupon, it brings it down to $32.99. So this is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity to buy this product at $32.99. And that's about 52 cents per kilowatt hour, which is insanely low for all the folks in the energy biz out there. All right. Thank you, Zendure. You put the link to purchase the coupon. That's great. So this is the 6400, has that $37.99 early bird with a $32.99 with the coupon. There is the Superbase V 4600, so that has a 4.6 kilowatt hour capacity, and that uses the LFP batteries. That one, the MSRP is going to be $4,599 US. Super early bird on that product is $24.99, and then again with that coupon, it's going to bring it down to $19.99, which is a great price. 43 cents per kilowatt hour on that for the 4600 version of the Superbase V. And then you can start to buy all sorts of different bundles depending on your use case and your need. All of these bundles are going to be working with the coupon so long as you purchase the main unit of Superbase V. So encourage you guys to pick that up. Like I said, it's limited time only. We're only going to have that up until Thursday at launch time. And then the price will go to the regular super early bird price for Kickstarter. Okay? Looking for some other questions. Any other questions that we have? Superbase, does it have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth? Yes. Yes, it does. So I'm going to talk about the app real quick. So this has an app for the Superbase V and also for the satellite batteries, which is great. It's for Android, also for iPhone. So I'm going to open this app up. Hopefully you guys can see this. So I got right into it. I was already there. Okay, so when you open up your app, it's going to show you your devices. This is after setup, obviously, but it's going to show you your devices. It shows you your local temperature and your location. And then it also shows you this little green leaf here is going to show you your energy savings. So by using this product, it shows you your energy savings right there. And it's kind of gamified a little bit. It'll show you, let me go in there. It'll show you where you stack up amongst people with this Superbase V products. So that's pretty cool, showing your energy savings and use case there. So basically here you've got your devices. You can click in, and this app is very, very clear. It's very modern, and it's going to show you, first thing that you're going to see is the amount of battery percentage that you have. And then you'll see here in the upper left, you'll see the AC charging coming in. And so that's going to be your power from the grid coming in. And then it'll also show over here on the top right, it'll show DC power coming in. So that's power from your solar panels on your rooftop will show there. And when it's charging, it's going to show time to full. And right now it's not charging, so it's showing time to empty, which right now it shows 1 day at 64% here. When we start to discharge power, so let's say we're charging a phone or a computer through the USB-C, you're going to see DC output. So it's going to be charging another battery, so it's going to show DC output right there. Those are going to be real small wattages, 15 or so watts on that. Then you also have over here your AC output. So anything that's plugged into your 120 there is going to show right there. So the app is really clear. It has a bunch of different notifications and settings there to show. And then it also shows off, let me touch through here a little bit. It shows what batteries you have attached to it. So we have one satellite battery attached to it, so you can get some of the information there. If you had the whole home system, you're gonna have a lot more batteries on there. And then functions, so you can have it on quiet charging mode, so that will kind of limit the amount of power. It will limit the fan and any notification beeps as well. And then it also has this mode here, which amp up mode, which will allow you to run really heavy power hungry devices off of it up to 5,000 watts without tripping the breaker. So that's interesting that you can turn that off and on there. And then this feature, everybody seems to love this feature, whether you love technology or not. The ambient lighting on the front here. So what you can do is you can change the color here to whatever you like, whatever your favorite sports team or color or whatever is. You can change the amount of brightness as well on that, which is great. It also has a flashlight mode, which is great for when there is a power outage and you're in your garage, or you need to turn this on, or whatever the case may be. It's got a flashlight mode right here that you can turn on, and it's just the brightest light possible, which is great. Super easy to use. Okay. And then this feature is, I don't think it has a name, but it's like the R2D2 mode. This is where you can drive the SBV with your app. So you can drive it forward and backwards. You can change the speed as well. And it gets going pretty good. I'm obviously not going to drive it off the table, hopefully. But this is a great feature to be able to move it around and not have to lift a really heavy batteries. So each one of these batteries, the 6400 unit weighs 130 pounds, the 4600 weighs 121 pounds. So they can get very heavy. The expansion batteries are over 100 pounds as well. So being able to have motorized wheel assist and then complete auto control using the app is a great feature. It also has voice control as well, so you can get some of your data and your information on battery percentage and things like that. And then it has a data function, which is great, that shows you historical data on how much you've been using it, inputs, outputs, on the day, week, month, year, and all sorts of information there, which is great. So that's the app. Wonderful app. Like I said, it's in Android and iPhone as well. Okay, I'm gonna check on some comments here. We're halfway through. We're halfway home, guys. Okay. Let's see. Does it come in colors and change the exterior panels to match the house colors? Well, I think you need to ask Brian if he's willing to do that. But for the time being, we have the LEDs that we can change colors, which is great. AC efficiency. Okay. All right, guys. Any more comments? Do we have more comments? Would love to see some comments, questions. Who's thinking about buying the SBV on Kickstarter on Thursday? Let us know in the comments here. Okay. So for those of you that joined late, I'm going to kind of talk through the product a little bit again. So the SBV unit, 3,800 watts. You can daisy chain 2 of these together for your ultimate home system, and you can get up to 7,600 watts. With the single unit, you're going to be at, this is the 6,400 unit, you're going to be at 6.4 kilowatt hour capacity. And if you go all the way up to the full home system with 10 units, so 8 expansion batteries and 2 SBV units, you're going to get all the way up to 64 kilowatt hours of capacity. And that can last you over 2 days without grid or solar recharge. It's the industry's first that has a dual AC-DC recharge on the back. So that will charge your SBV up. 6.6 kilowatt hours in 1 hour is the max charge, but it has up to 7 different ways to charge. So you can charge AC alone, DC alone with just solar. You can charge them in combination. There's lots of different ways to charge this thing up, which is great. It also, on the front, on the outputs, it has industry first dual voltage output of 120 standard volt, standard charging, and then also 240 volts. So that is a wonderful feature of this product as well. And then if you are looking at the satellite batteries here, these are charging with DC only. So they charge on solar as well as DC with here as well. Okay. They're talking about the satellite batteries, so they're super modular. So you do not need to have plugs between each satellite battery. You're going to be able to have individual satellite batteries that stack on top of each other, and there are connections on the top and the bottom that will let them communicate with each other without having a connection cable. When you stack them and want to communicate with the main SBV, what you're going to do is use the cable that we have here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's the cable, and it connects at the top, and it will connect in the back to let your SBV and your satellite battery communicate. All right. All right, Samuel is answering some questions. Thank you, Samuel. Okay. So let me go over the price again and talk about the coupon. So again, the price of the main unit, the V6400, is with the super early bird coupon, it's $3,299. So that is 52 cents per kilowatt or per watt hour, which is pretty incredible. And you can only get that price with the coupon over the next 5.5 days until September 29th. So that's for the 6400. And then if you wanted to get the base model SBV, the V4600, which is LFP batteries. That one with the super early bird coupon is going to be $19.99, which is all the way down to 43 cents per watt hour. And then any combination of the SPV and satellite batteries, there's a list on Zendure.com, and then also you'll be able to see that on Kickstarter as well. Okay, any other questions? Do we have questions on the product here? So just kind of talking through some of the use cases for this product. I mean, obviously it's amazing in emergencies where you're going to have backup for multiple days if needed, and then you can also recharge with portable solar panels. Zendure has a portable solar panel, a new one that's coming out that's 400 watts, and you can also hook up multiple portable solar panels together in an array. So this comes in handy in an emergency. If you have any sort of health conditions, if you're running any sort of machines that help you with breathing overnight and things of that nature, this is great because it has a 0 downtime UPS. So it has 0 millisecond backup power. So when the power goes out, you're not going to even perceive a difference if this is on. And more importantly, your equipment is not going to perceive a difference. So it's going to be seamless and not shut down in that, whatever millisecond some of the competitors may have. So it's got a 0 millisecond backup power, which is great. Some other use cases for this product, taking it to construction site, let's say, and being able to power 120 volt hardware. Also being able to power really power hungry machinery with the 240 volt and being able to charge up and use this product for the full day off-site, which is incredible. Other use cases, if you're working with studios, if you're working in any sort of industry like that, being able to do hair and makeup and do different things in the truck, this product is invaluable. It's going to be a lifesaver for a lot of different people and a lot of different use cases. Okay, let me look at some of the questions here. What do we have? The single unit and satellite battery or two. How do you connect it to the smart home panel? Okay. So let's get an answer to reviews to you with Jason. How fast is the normal wall charge on SVBV? So I found the normal 120 volt charging took about 3.5 hours to charge from 0 to about 90%. It starts to slow down as the battery charge goes above 80% for safety. But it does a great job of getting it charged up pretty quickly just on AC alone. And then if you combine it with solar, you can get the main SPV unit, the 3800 watt V6400 version. You can get that charged in 1 hour. It will charge 6.6 kilowatt hours in 1 hour if you have the AC and DC charging at the same time. So that's a super fast charge. All right, ask if solar is listening at 2x speed to catch up. Okay, we love to hear it. All right, other questions? We've got about 20 minutes left, guys. Any questions that you have, you can ask questions for Brian, the CEO. We have engineering team and product team in the chat as well. So would love to see some questions. Does it have a 30 amp connector? So James is asking if it has a 30 amp connector. I believe you're asking about this port here, the RV. This is a 120 volt, 30 amp. And so this is great for RVs. This one especially. It also has, so this is the 120 volt. You can go to some RV parks and search of, a lot of the RVs are 50 volts. So with the SPV, it's got a 30 volt or a 30 amp, excuse me, 30 amp plug here, and basically what that will do, if you have an adapter for your 50 amp RV, you can run everything as normal except for one of the AC units you'll have to turn off. But it can power pretty much any RV at the 30 amps with this port right here. Okay, I'm gonna look for some other questions. What controls the fan coming on? So yes, you can run the fan on your own with the app, but also the fan is going to come on at certain temperatures to keep it cool. It's has intelligence built in to make sure it keeps the batteries as safe as possible. And that's one of the other main features that I haven't mentioned with the semi-solid state batteries, is that they are less volatile and they are safer than traditional LFP batteries. And so they're not only safer, but they actually have a projected longer lifespan. So we're projecting our semi-solid state batteries are going to be lasting over 10 years, which is an incredible amount of time, and it's going to be a great investment for you guys to go to semi-solid state. In the same footprint as well. So I've been talking about that the 6400 semi-solid state is 6.4 kilowatt hours of capacity. The 4600 model is the exact same chassis, but it is only 4.6 kilowatt hours of capacity, and that's because it's LFP, which is going to take up more space versus our semi-solid state battery, which it gets 42% more capacity out of the same footprint. So that's another advantage of semi-solid state. Yes, looking for our certifications. So yes, we're doing all the testing for certifications. It's got all the logos and certifications on the back of the product. We've got some spam bots in here. Appreciate that. Let's see. Any other questions? Got 4 new comments on the Facebook stream. Is there a port to charge SPV at public car charging? So yeah, you can charge this through EV on the back as well, and you can charge it with AC or DC. So it just kind of depends where you pull up to charge. But yes, you can charge through EV as well. Okay, so she sees the ports on the back, that's great. Okay, reviews to you by Jason. That's a great question. It looks like Herman is answering your question, that's great. All right, we got about 15 minutes left on the stream. I really want to make sure you guys, who's going to be buying the coupon? We want to make sure that you guys know the coupon is going to be available only until September 29th. So if you wait to buy the coupon until the Kickstarter goes live, it won't be available anymore. So this is a limited time only. It's going to get you $500 for $100 that you prepay. So we want to make sure if you plan on buying the SPV in the Kickstarter, you're going to be a backer. You want to make sure that you get that coupon. The coupon is refundable. If you don't buy the Superbase V, you can use that money on the Zendure.com website after the campaign closes. So you'll just have to send an email to our to Zendure, and you'll get that refund for or credit on Zendure.com. But definitely recommend, if you are planning on getting this product, get that coupon. It's going to save you a lot of money. Yes, coupon great. Only 1 per order. Yes, 1 per person. They are limited to 1 per person. on the Kickstarter. Okay, any other question? Is the coupon refundable? Yes, so the coupon is refundable to use on something else on Zendure.com only. So if you don't do it that way, it will expire. Okay. All right, 34 Media loves Zendure products. That is great. Okay. Any other questions? Let's see. Can you connect 2 units to a regular transfer switch? So James is asking questions in the Facebook group. If we can have some of our admins answer some of those questions, that'd be great. Okay, the date for the Hobotech review. Yes, Hobotech review is going to be on the 27th. So you guys will be able to see him put the product to the test, see the results, hear his reaction to the product, and still have time to buy the coupon. So you'll be able to see what's going on with the Hobotech review, and you still can get the coupon for another day and a half. So we encourage you to watch that review. We're really, really confident in the product and how it's going to perform. Okay, yes. All right, thank you. Herman is answering some questions about the temperature and the fan. So the temperature is going to help determine if the fan is going to go on or off. So thank you, Herman, for that. How many watts of output for the main unit? So the main unit can do 3,800 watts. And then if you put 2 of the main SPV units together, you can do 7,600 watts. So that's going to be the top. Oh, Samuel says the Hobotech review is going to be on the 29th. Okay, we're going to make sure when that review is going to come out. If it's going to come out before the Kickstarter launch or not, we'll figure that out. We're going to be back with you guys again on Monday night for another live stream. So if you can think up more questions, we encourage you to join. Tell your friends to join. If they have questions, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Zendure Official, YouTube here, as well as joining that Facebook fan club, the Superbase V fan club. There's lots of information, videos happening there, and we're also showcasing some of the events that we're doing around the United States. We did some events in Los Angeles this weekend past, and then we're going to be heading over to Dallas later next week. So we encourage you guys to join. There's going to be lots of fun there. There's probably going to be some giveaways on the Facebook group as well. So make sure you request to join that group if you're not already there. Okay. Let's see. Yep, same time for the next live stream on Monday. And then we're going to have another live stream, which will start 30 minutes before the Kickstarter goes live on the 29th. And that will be myself and the CMO Jolene will be joining me on that live stream. So really excited about that. And that will be, I believe that's next Thursday. Come to Phoenix. Okay. Maybe we'll swing by Phoenix. Let's see. The semi-solid state battery, how many watt hours? It is 6.4 kilowatt hours, Alex, or Axel. And then you can add satellite expansion batteries on that to get it even more capacity. It's just going to add, every expansion battery that you have is going to add an additional 6.4 kilowatt hours to the main unit. You can go up to 4 satellite expansions per main unit, and then you can do up to 2 main units with a total of 8 expansion batteries for the whole home power independence. All right, we got somebody from Spain. Okay, welcome. What time is it in Spain? Okay. Looking for some more questions here. Okay, awesome. James has bought the coupon. All right. Good to see a backer in the group here. Okay. All right, guys, we got about 10 minutes left. Ask any questions that you can come up with. I'd love to try and answer anything I can. And then we also have our moderators answering questions. So Big Easy Security is asking about the surge capacity. If we can have one of our engineers answer that question on the YouTube stream, that'd be great. So I'm just going to go through this one more time, some of the things about the product, just to show off the system here. So on the main unit here, this is the V6400 Superbase V, and this one is 3,800 watts. It is 6.4 kilowatt hour capacity, and it's just a really powerful unit. It's really sleek. It has all sorts of different displays that are happening here. The input wattage, the output wattage. It's going to tell you right here the amount of hours left that you have based on what you're doing with the product, which is great. And then you can see that it's got the UPSs on. It's attached to Wi-Fi. You can also attach via Bluetooth, so you'll see those icons up there. And then it's got all of your kind of standard ports, your USB-A's, USB-C, PD, 20 watt PD, two 20 watt PDs, and then also two 100 watt PDs. So that's great. It has multiple 120 volt standard plug or standard outlets here. So it's got 4 of those, which you can use. And then it also has the 240 volt outlet right here, which is for heavy appliances, washer, dryer, refrigerator that you want to keep on, freezer that you want to keep on in a blackout. And then it also has really easy RV power right here that you can just plug right into, whether you have a 30 amp RV or if you have a 50 amp with an adapter. So this is wonderful to have this right here, and to have all of this on the same machine that you can use at the same time is just incredible. And then this Superbase V is going to be charging with AC and DC at the same time. It will be industry fastest 6.6 kilowatt hours in 1 hour. So it can go from 0 to 100% in 1 hour if you're using the maximum charging input with both AC and DC. But if you're just going to be plugging into the grid to charge it up, for instance, it's going to take about 3.5 hours based on my experience. And then you can also charge at up to 3,000 watts just using the solar DC input. This is great for electric vehicles as well. So each one of these individual products can charge an EV about 20 miles if you're in a pinch. But if you're setting it up as your home solution, you can charge your EVs all the way up, and you can charge up to 2 of them if you have the entire whole home solution with the home panel and 2 EV chargers as well. So let me look here, see if we have any more questions. Yeah, we want to make sure that we're not stacking more than one battery, more than one expansion battery on the main SPV unit here. So if you're buying multiple expansion units, and you'll see this in all of our imagery as well, you start to have all 4 or 3 or 2 of the expansion batteries stacked on top of each other next to the SPV. So it just gets a little bit unstable. It gets a little bit heavy when you start stacking too many of them on the main unit. So want to keep just one up there. And then also the motorized wheels and the power through the app to drive this around will work with just the unit here. Other questions? Okay. How many cycles for the battery life? I believe with the semi-solid state it's 3,000 cycles, and with the LFP it is up to 6,000 cycles. The Zen T2 port. Maybe if we can show all the ports on the screen, that would be great from the back. So you can see the Zen T2 port there. I think on our next live stream, I think we'll try and figure out a way to be able to show you guys how this drives around and maybe show you some of the ports as well on the back in real time and have just a little bit of a different experience. And I think we're also going to try and show off some of the things when we plug in here. So different things that we'll plug in and be able to showcase the wattages going up and down and what it's using, being able to see the amount of hours that it's left in real time. So I think that'll be a lot of fun if you guys join us on Monday night. We've got a couple more minutes here. I want to make sure you guys, if you're going to buy the SPV, if you have that in your heart that you're going to go out there and buy the SPV on Thursday or in the weeks to come on Kickstarter, make sure you get the coupon. It's going to save you a lot of money, and we're not going to have this offer available after Thursday when Kickstarter starts. So we want to make sure it's $100 to get $500 of value, and you'll get that money refunded to you after the Kickstarter campaign ends in about 50 days or so. Where's the solar panel input? The solar panel input is on the back, so all of the inputs for power are going to be on the back. And so you've got a lot of different inputs on the back. I think we're going to show those on the screen of all the different inputs. And then all the outputs are going to be on the front, so it's super easy. You're not going to get confused. It's pretty standard in that way. Any final questions? We got a couple minutes left, guys. Who's buying the SPV? Who's going to buy the coupon? Who's buying the SPV? I want to thank all of our moderators. Thanks for helping on some of these questions. It's been super helpful. Let's see if we have any final questions. House Videos, do you have a question? You say, me, I have a question. What's your question? Okay, reviews to you with Jason. Wants us to come to Phoenix and we'll buy a coupon if the reviews come out good. The input limits from solar directly to the battery. I believe it's 3,000 watts, but Herman can correct me if I'm wrong there. So yes, the buy day is the 29th, so you can become a backer on the 29th. And then I believe these are going to start shipping out in November, December timeframe. I'll check on that before our next live stream. Okay. Already bought the coupon. That's great. All right. Yep, 3,000 watts input from solar for the SPV, and then 600 watts from solar for the satellite battery. All right, House Videos is buying. That's great. Okay. So again, this is the Superbase V. We're super excited about having this product. I'm glad I was able to showcase it for you guys. This has been a lot of fun. We got this unit right here. This is the main unit, 3,800 watts. This thing can charge anything you throw at it. Super excited to show more of what it can do on our next live stream on Monday. So again, thank you guys for joining. This has been great. Hopefully you guys can join us again on Monday and on Wednesday when we go live on Thursday when we go live on Kickstarter. Thank you, Reviews to You with Jason. Sharfar Made. Thanks, Herman, for answering all these questions. Big Easy Security, thanks for joining. Thank you so much, everybody.